actually see when the commercial's done and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Going
Yeah, it's
live.
also like a slight delay.
Going live.
You
It's kind
are
of funny.
live.
And we're live. We are waiting for everyone to get done watching the obligatory commercial here.
Well, our video doesn't start till after the commercial, so.
Oh, that's true. Well, welcome.
Yeah, so that's why we're like a longer.
Welcome, internet.
Josh is just waiting for you to skip that commercial that you've already skipped.
Yeah, welcome to another wonderful episode of Only Cops. We have another officer's breakdown brought to you by Bill and his tireless work of sifting through online videos that are police related. We are joined today with producer Juan here in I guess in his studio, or he's not in studio.
Right.
He's in his studio.
He's in his studio.
I'm in my studio.
You can observe his wonderful
artwork in the back.
I was gonna say he's got his little the color palettes applied to his wall.
Doing some renovations in here, so
sure.
Testing out colors.
So
vote in the chat for which one of those you like the best.
Yeah, wait. So top splotch under the top splotch, or the left or right splotch?
Left or right splotch, yeah. Do you like blue, or
sure?
Bud?
So thank you to everybody that's joined us today. We're going to be doing an officer breakdown. Again, this is Thursday. We go live twice a week. We typically do our Let's Plays on Tuesdays and our breakdowns on Thursdays, as we are here today. Periodically, I think it's going to be bi-weekly. We'll be doing Coffee with a Cop with Chris when we can make it on Saturdays. And then if you really like our channel and you want to get notifications when we go live or just when we post stuff, go ahead and turn on the bell notification, like and subscribe if you like officer breakdowns. We put a lot of work into these things, and it helps the algorithm understand that you want to see them. So if you're super enthusiastic about it, you can also join our Patreon. It's as little as $1 a month. And it gets you access to our Discord, and our Discord is how people get to talk direct shit to us. So if you want to do that or troll us when we go live, I want to give a big shout out to Puffy Pigeon for being first. Kristen went and said hello. King's Gaming, what's going on, my guy? Welcome to the stream. What's down? Choke only. Boom 11 has graced us with his presence today.
And we got Brian Porter too.
Oh yeah, Brian, my guy. So we don't have a terribly long one. We got what we could. We have a couple of longer videos that we're probably gonna skip through. Bill, I believe, has seen all of these. Some of these I've seen, and some of them I have not. Producer Juan's got one of these videos that he's going to give his vendor, I guess, as a event coordinator person. Officer Breakdown, my favorite night, Jacob. Yeah. It's good to see you, my guy. I miss your face. I get to see him next week.
You have to do wedding videographer breakdown for one of these.
Yeah. Plus, we'll check plus a little bit. We'll put like a little tiny one somewhere down
preview.
Here.
I would have been very mad. I didn't catch this on camera.
So, anyways, when Bill returns, I will hand it over to him. If you guys have any law enforcement related questions, please put them in the chat. I have a new dual monitor setup, courtesy of Bill's second monitor, so I can actually look and read the chat a little easier than checking on my phone, which is what I used to do. And also shout out to producer Juan for hooking me up with a pretty sweet Sennheiser mic that I don't have to like deep throat for y'all to hear me. And then he convinced me to buy this Zoom H4 audio recorder so that I can adjust my levels and I can be somewhat close to how incredible Juan our Bill's audio is. So without further ado, let's give it over to Billiam and he will go get us what he needs.
I'm back. My dogs were freaking out.
Oh, it's all good. They're more important than we are.
Well, somebody was at my door, so.
Oh, and they're doing what dogs do, unlike cats. I know.
They were for sure freaking out, but.
The obligatory shout out to Police Post.
Dude, Police Post is the only thing keeping the Thursday stream alive right now.
Not
the lifeblood of Officer Breakdown.
Not sponsored, just simping. But here we are for Police Post. We'll go watch this this video here. We have no weird music.
Nope.
The circus music intensifies. Jeez. The lady made the noise.
The ladies are doing the exact same thing.
Oh, he got a car and took off.
That was a pro move. Holy
That's a great timely Uber right there.
Yeah. What was an Uber?
I don't know what it was.
I don't know.
Yo, that was boss of shit.
It was clearly up north.
It's gone.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
So,
If I got finessed like that, I'd let him go.
so did you ever see the viral video of one of our classmates in the Highlands get
Yes.
dusted by a motorcycle?
Yes.
Yeah, couldn't have happened to a better guy.
100%. King's Gaming, thank you for watching from the Philippines. Mind if I ask how to protect ourselves from police breakdown police officers from around the world? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
You know what? But I will say, you know what this reminded me of? This video we just watched, and that I think it was one of the earliest officers react. It might have been the first rookie one where they're doing that like foot chase.
oh
And
yeah,
you were
yeah.
saying like the best way to win. There's two ways to win a foot chase,
Yep.
and one of them is just to lightly jog behind them.
Yep.
And I was like, I think he was trying that strategy, but did
Didn't
not
work.
take into account that there was just a taxi waiting there.
Yep.
to
I
drive
hope
away.
he was trying that strategy because it
Yeah.
just
Maybe.
looked embarrassing from this end.
Yeah, it's like I'll just
maybe.
run around Benny Hill style for
Yeah.
a good 20 minutes.
What's going on, Cyber Gaming? It was good to see you. So
Saber
yeah,
gaming,
Saber
Saber.
Gaming.
like a sword.
Saber Gaming.
I'm here to correct
Josh
Wait,
has a
in the chat.
disease.
Yeah.
Just
I have a disease.
bear with him.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know that he was jogging because the guy wasn't running very fast.
No.
You jog behind the guy that's like sprinting. You don't jog behind the guy that's jogging, if it makes any sense.
Or just like running around a car very slowly.
Yeah.
It was like magical chairs. They were trying to figure out which one of them was going to get in the car.
It
And then
was.
once the lady stopped singing, the one guy got in the car, and then the cop was like, "Damn it!"
It's a me, Mario. I like that. I'm reading the chat.
Yeah.
Shout out to Donut Operator. He made a clickbaity video talking about quitting, and he's not quitting. He's just taking me
No,
time.
he just is proving that my job is harder than y'all's job. So
yeah,
He should
That was
quit
the
if he's going to
entire-
keep putting out crappy content. So.
Oh,
that's the thing.
shit.
What's the thing? Let's
saying.
see. You can't catch him if you hit him with your unit. It's not a bad strategy. Just consider it a auto-ped pit maneuver, a foot pursuit
Right.
pit.
Yeah,
pit
and then
maneuver.
consider going to prison. So.
Yeah, have fun with that. Yeah,
No
have
big
fun
deal.
with that. Yeah, NBD. But we'll go.
Only like
News with
3 years.
August 21st, Quebec, Tango, Arizona. A man robbed a store.
A
But then the
Nazi
store
robbed a store.
robbed him.
A 17-year-old male suspect went into Quebec Tango with a gun and successfully robbed the store. And he took some money and he stole some cigarettes and he tried to leave, but then someone tackled him. Then a guy walking in the store ran over and kicked him in the head and knocked him out.
Oh my god.
And the people that beat up the robber robbed him. They took his gun and something out of his pocket and ran off, which is only fair. I don't know why everyone's mad. It's just basic RPG mechanics. They looted him. You take something down, you loot it. Welcome to Crime News with Donut.
I've looted every drug arrest I've ever done.
Yeah.
I put them into custody and I check their pockets for weapons and stuff.
But it's legal when we
Oh
do
my
it.
god.
And you
So-
log it into your inventory.
I wish I could write instead of search incident to arrest that I could have put loot. That's
Looted.
incredible.
I looted this person while they were in handcuffs.
Oh my god. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, he got the we're too early for me to cuss in this, but the F around and find out. He learned that the hard way. Fafo.
Fafo.
So this is clearly in Walmart. I like the low price.
Everyday low price.
It's the everyday
I think
low
I get
price.
I get the Philippines comment now, and that's Duarte and his killing squads. Anyway,
Oh my god.
yeah, they're the ones that were like executing drug dealers in the street and stuff.
Oh
like
my
that.
What's
They're
wrong
just
with
like-
that?
Well, the
It was like a
Philippines,
super
yeah.
like zero tolerance. You get caught with an ounce of weed and you get executed in the streets, kind of stuff.
Oh, that's not a drug
that's
dealer.
probably-
That's not a drug. That's not a drug
that's,
dealer.
That
no.
was the but that was the policy basically.
Jacob defending the honor of QT. That is a hill I will also die on. QT is a sacred place. Depending on where that QT is.
Yeah,
QT,
QT's
shout
not the
out,
place
yeah.
you want to rob because of the people that go there.
Yeah, dude. That is prime
Although-
FAFO territory.
Didn't a police officer at our old department get robbed at QT.
By like preteens, dude.
Yeah, like
yeah.
5 of them.
I'm not gonna disparage a fellow officer, but he did get robbed at a
Yeah.
QT.
Did I disparage him?
Yeah, you can.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It was like
What a
this
dumbass.
was after shift. He had taken his
Yeah.
uniform off. He went to QT to get gas at like 7 in the morning,
Sure.
and he got robbed by some like 13-year-olds.
Was it the fun? Was it the fun one on the fun street in
It
Earl
was
Beat?
ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know which one it is then.
It wasn't. It was on our side of town. Yeah.
Brian's clearly seen this video already.
I think a lot of people have.
So we're gonna go see for the low price of $5.48. She will drop it.
Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop it now. Put it down.
So pause.
Put the knife.
This is what we'd call unresponsive. And when somebody's unresponsive, you cannot de-escalate, unfortunately, because they are not indicating to you in any way, shape, or form that they're going to comply. And they're still holding it in a threatening manner. Technically, by the letter of the law, I mean, this is a completely kosher use of force at this point, given the proximity and defense of a third party. I do like the way this gets handled, but don't do this, especially in a Walmart. Just as advice. Free advice.
Put it down.
You mean don't stand there holding the knife, or don't?
Put the knife
Don't stand there
down.
holding the knife. Yeah.
Okay.
Put it down now.
So pause it.
Put
I also like that this guy's not backing up. I know, like, all logic would tell you to back up. He needs to make sure that this chick doesn't go sprinting down this thing and taking someone hostage. Normally, in any other situation, we'll go back to there was that chick that was barricaded in that motel that they were going to evict. There, you can back off because for the most that you have her contained. So in that instance, that's why we typically advocate for backing up. Here, the problem with leaving her is you're no longer able to effectively. He's leveraging the use of deadly force on her to keep her from going anywhere.
Yeah.
She goes to go run, she dies. I'm gonna be honest with you, because she's now running the risk of taking somebody hostage, stabbing somebody else, and things of that nature. So in this instance, I'm actually pro this officer not backing up.
Yeah, because this store is not empty. It's not.
Yeah, and he owes it. His backdrop's atrocious. So the closer he is, the more likely he is to, if he had to go and leverage deadly force, do something about it. But also, she feels the pressure of him being that close to him. It's not ideal, but this is like, given that he's there by himself, which is, I don't know what the call text was for this. Does it say anything on here about
threatening customers and employees with a brick and a knife?
Oh wait, that's insane that oh, well, to be fair, he's showing up by himself because you effectively have an active aggravated assault occurring in a public place. So as much as normally you would grieve somebody for being there by themselves, in this case, I think he's exhibiting courage rather than being an idiot.
Yeah.
And going and notice he found it and is now dealing with it. So I'm actually pretty impressed so far. Now that I'm like analyzing it versus laughing at what happens to this lady afterwards. It's actually pretty good.
The knife down.
To be honest.
Put it down. Drop it. Drop the knife.
Yeah, you can literally see the crowd of people just
Put it down.
Yeah.
Put the knife down.
Too. Look at him.
Put the knife down.
They're back there vacuuming their lawns.
Vacuuming their lungs.
Drop
There's
the
like
knife.
6'5" dudes being like, "This is a nice bro."
Drop the knife.
My God.
Drop the knife now. Drop the knife.
Is old girl in ballet flats? That's incredible.
Yeah, I know, put some big cut up.
It's
like y'all get my family.
So I'm just
that's
gonna
incredible.
say we know plenty of detectives that wore shoes like that to
Oh,
work every
100%.
day.
100%. Bro, hey, at least she stepped up and she was ready.
Yeah,
Can we watch the drop again?
of course.
Oh
we
my
can.
God.
Of course
Come
we
on, you know
can.
that's what people
Here.
want to see.
Yeah.
That's what
We'll
we're
give
here
full
for.
full screen here.
Drop the knife now.
Dude.
Yo, too much.
The mouth open is my favorite
Wow.
part.
So
The-
I will say this.
Ah.
Good job on those officers for distracting her long enough to do this. This reminds me a ton of Crossbow Boy. I will give you guys that story in another time. Maybe it's a Patreon story. We'll see. But in Crossbow Boy, we had a very similar situation like this. He had suicidal ideations, but this lady obviously has got whatever ideation she's got. I don't know if she has any more after smacking her head on this. You know,
She's lucky that caught her
Close
fall,
down, yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
No kidding.
Like, and she has a
Land on soft
backpack on,
clothing.
so
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
backpack took the
so
brunt of it, and then she
This
just
is literally like the safest fall. Like she might as well have just been cradled down.
no kidding. So also shout out to this female officer because she actually did a really good job of not only quartering her, which completely drew her attention away. This guy was able to switch to less lethal. I'm glad he didn't say taser, taser, taser. I
Yeah.
think she might have just understood it implicitly that maybe he was going to do that. It is a little. The only reason why like it's part of our training is the pops do sound like gunshots if you're really stressed out in the moment. They're very different. Gunshots are much louder, but you don't want to misconstrue.
I think she could
the-
see him.
Okay,
I think.
so if that's the case, yeah. But I'm
Because
all for
her being
him
a
not.
detective, you know she didn't have a taser on her. She had
No.
her gun. That was it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So shout out for her, and that was a great array. I did a good job taking her to like they didn't taser and stare at her. The
No.
taser got deployed. They immediately got up
Yeah.
there and ballet
Quickly.
flats and all.
Yeah.
Old girl went and did work and took this lady
Yeah.
into custody.
was good.
Let's see.
Is that a pas de deux, Josh?
Not a parada. No, that would
Oh,
be.
okay. Well, it was
Hold on.
one guy and one girl, right? It's
Oh, I guess yeah, you're right. It would be a
see, I know
pas
some
de
things.
pas de deux.
I've learned some things.
Yeah, I learned some things.
I've filmed enough ballet.
Is it okay for civilians to use us to have stun gun protection? Is it legal to get in the mall with a gun? Belt holster, not in the USA, but around the world. But vast, I can't. There's not too many places on the planet that will let you. It would be called open carry in Texas or in states that have open carry as a thing. Knives, it's probably dependent on the country. I know, especially here in the States, there's still a lot of states that don't allow for knives to be carried depending on the type of knife that it is. Texas, for the longest time, we had it, I think it was like 5.5 inches.
Yep.
That
Anything
was the
over that.
maximum length. Yeah, it was illegal. And then I remember when they brought.
Also, what is it? The pop out, like the
assisted knives.
switchblade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
yeah, those were illegal.
But now you can carry swords and spears and stuff, and I'm all for the LARPing community to embrace.
In New York, you can carry nunchucks because of one guy.
Oh yeah,
He was mad that he got arrested for having nunchucks on the subway or whatever, and he got mad and he's like, "This is my Second Amendment right," so he took it all the way to the Supreme Court,
Well,
and they agreed that it fell under the Second Amendment.
that's
to
incredible.
be fair, in New York, you're not going to get the police to you very fast, so you might as well carry a weapon.
That's true.
So-
That's true. I think brass knuckles are still, or knuckle dusters, or however you want to call them. I think they're still illegal in Texas.
Are they?
I knew they were for a while. Yeah, there's a felony in Texas. It's weird. Like you can carry.
Is that a prohibited
sword.
weapon?
They have to be shaped like a bear's paw because you got to.
This guy. So, anyways,
This is why I'm here.
to answer your question, Kings Gaming, it depends on where you're at. I don't know. There's no universal law for that, and it varies widely. You would even see from an enforcement standpoint in Texas, though it might be state law that you're allowed to do that. So the way that they're going to enforce law like that is going to be very different. When they talk about complaints about the criminal justice system, most of it comes from both the way that they actually prosecute charges and then the way that they're actually being enforced. So they make it up as they go. It's really apparent when we watch some of these that I'm
That's
like,
true.
oh my god,
They do.
like there's so much in like there is not universal application of the law, and most of the time, it has nothing to do with race, ethnicity, or any of that stuff. It has to do with the local culture and how they feel like dealing with whatever XYZ problem locally, and that comes from the city manager's office, that comes from police chiefs, that comes from all of those people. So it is what it is. Shout out to Mike the Cop. Go look at
As
his
our
stuff.
patches will
It's pretty
say,
funny.
it is what it is.
It is what it is in Latin.
In yeah,
He's
they
like
say it
one
in
of those
Latin.
characters in the game Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, can't have that.
I forgot.
I can read his lips.
It almost
though.
makes it better without the sound.
Yeah. It's a POP holding it down. My guy.
Mardi Gras.
He said Mardi Gras. Oh my god.
Wow.
The 5 stars. So just to let you know, most police departments would have considered that a VNR and probably getting a big PP whack
Oh,
for utilizing that.
just
Yeah.
read these 2 comments.
Oh really?
This one,
Yeah. Oh, they're already getting out. So it's
Yep.
not yeah, it's stupid. Technically, you would have to do something to attempt to restrict breathing for it to be considered either a VNR.
That
or
was more like a
vascular
half
necrosis.
Nelson. It
It
wasn't
was a
really
half
a
Nelson.
choke.
I agree. What I'm getting at is, again, you have to be worried about how stuff looks on body
Oh,
cam
yeah.
or whatever. That's why we tended to be but controlling someone's head or neck is a very kind of like controlling someone's wrist is a very easy way
Yeah,
to
because
get them into custody.
it's either that or you tase this person, and then how do
And
you
that's-
justify the
yeah.
taser?
Yeah, there's
Good
no
luck
way.
with
He's just
that.
being So
Also,
I
he's
will.
got multiple layers on, so
Yeah.
it's not going to work.
Well,
very
when he
well.
pulled his shirt up, it would have been a good.
Oh yeah, that's
pow,
probably a good
pop.
time to just go through.
So, and I
was
will
just,
say,
I was just gonna pinch the nipple and twist.
oh my
Ooh.
god, oh my
Yeah.
god,
He might
Is that
like
a
that,
policy
though.
violation? I don't know if.
yeah, probably policy violation if you
Okay.
do a nipple twist.
I didn't
But
go
it-
to
I
academy.
bet
so.
the way that
Yeah.
that guy looked and all the gang signs he was throwing up, he's been
Sure.
to prison and he likes to get his nipples twisted. So.
So that's probably what it is. That the other thing I was going to point out is if you start throwing gang signs, and it's not because I have anything against gang members. However, gang members tend to
don't?
participate in
I do.
violence, and so if you want to be handled like
If you want to be
an
handled violently,
like, yeah, to throw gang signs and have gang, it's just a different ball game. And maybe I'm bigoted because of my experience in it. There was a handful of times where I would meet like older gang members that had been through the system and didn't want to go back to prison, and not like in the ignorant way. They were like, "No, I know exactly where they're very well versed in the law."
yeah,
And
they
to
don't
really
act
chill,
like that.
really chill. They don't honestly. They don't. They've gone through the system. Going to prison sounds really shitty, and so even if the gang affiliation is old, they tend to be a lot more realistic about how they're interacting with law enforcement. Young gang members, oh my god, you're talking like we had an issue with
Idiots.
Aryan Brotherhood. We had Peckerwoods, which are basically initiates that are wanting to join that.
They're
All of them idiots.
wannabes.
All of the like subsidiary affiliates of like the Bloods and the Crips and stuff, idiots, because they're all like 16 to 25, and they act like it's so stupid.
No one
They'll
loves
go
me.
they'll make a mountain out of a molehill for no good reason.
Yeah.
And they want to fight and they want to run and so on and so forth. So yeah. Maybe I'm bigoted, but that was my experience.
It's fine.
Ready Man Network. Shout out to them. They're doing stuff. They're probably gonna have music in this because they care.
No. I don't
Oh, no
think so.
music. Shout out. What is this?
It's just very quiet.
Bro, get handled. No, this guy's trying to shop still.
Yeah.
Very
That's-
effective.
I mean, it's a
That's not gonna
Walmart. This
work.
is not.
Very
Getting
effective.
Oh, what's he grabbing at?
He's just trying to
Nothing
control
good.
the guy. Yeah.
He's pretty close to that
He's-
baton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's grabbing a lot of stuff on that belt.
Yeah, push him out the store. That'll work.
Just close the door on him. Don't let
It's
him back
embarrassing, dude.
in. Good enough.
So pause it real quick. So and I'll let
Perfect
he's
pause.
lucky he's lucky he didn't get knocked out there. No kidding.
the best pause ever.
So he, whether it's inadvertently or not, he's I believe it's called sprawling. It's basically where you widen your base so that you can
Falling.
make sure that it makes
Sprawling.
you more difficult to be taken down to the ground.
Yeah.
And he's keeping control of his hips and his feet. I'm not fighting this guy. For all I know, he's like an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling or whatever. So I don't want to sit there and make a critique. However, the techniques being leveraged here are very indicative of somebody with not a lot of professional hands-on training.
I mean, I've had a
Um,
5-year-old hit me on the back like that before.
Sure. Open hand fist punches to the back, typically not an approved or trained
Effective.
thing or effective thing. And if a guy with one hand is bodying you like that, I don't know, man. I'm hope that nobody got hurt in that altercation, but that's indicative of
Just
a
their
lack
pride.
of training. Salute to all police out there. Stay safe. God bless you. Thank you, King Gaming. What's going on? Do police officers learn Wing Chun defense? No, we do not learn Wing Chun defense. I'm sure
I'm gonna
somewhere
look
they
that up
do.
now. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe.
Shout out to Police Post.
Yeah,
This is pretty recent.
so this was in Florida. Never would have guessed.
Florida woman.
Don't gender this person.
You
You don't know what day it is.
don't
for them.
know what day it is. So we'll see. What do
So-
we have any call text here?
Single vehicle rollover, found an individual walking the shoreline by the vehicle. Individual was walking halfway up the stairs before suddenly turning around and stabbing the deputy, nicking his carotid artery.
Oh shit.
And this happens.
Walk upstairs, all right? Let's get out this water
quick.
area.
I don't wanna. I'm scared.
You're scared?
Bro, she is
All right, let's
tweaking.
walk up here. Let's get off this water, okay? Don't run. Slowly walk.
Jeez, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so fast.
Yeah.
So,
Walk upstairs, all right?
I'll
Let's
So
get out
just
this water
watch.
area.
Watch her hand right here.
You're scared?
Because she's either taking it
All
out
right, let's walk up here. Let's get off this water, okay?
or pulling it out of her. I don't know
Don't
what that
run.
is. I think she
Slowly
pulled it out
walk.
of her pants, but he never sees that hand. Ever.
damn. Well, and I'll say this, like, it's such a hard thing to explain. So, like, I remember being in academy specifically, and they showed us cops dying like every day, right? And it was stressful. And I remember going through this period where I was like really underwhelmed with patrol, even though I had a wild PTO phase and all that stuff and field training
Yeah.
phase. I remember thinking like, wow, they made it seem like everyone was going to fight me, and that really isn't the case. However, the longer I was on patrol, the more you would experience. Well, listening to it was every day. They'd get hit by a car. They got stabbed by some crazy high lady after an accident. The random domestic and so it was just the strangest when you were constantly interjecting yourself into unknown situations with again people that are tweaking or high or whatever. It's always a possibility, man. It's just such a weird headspace to be in, and most of it you got to imagine the most severe paranoia you've ever felt in your life, like where you're in the dark and you swear you see somebody standing in a shadow or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine dealing with that, but the danger is very real because it's people, it's not shadows, or it's unknown situations that you're walking into. The guy should have died, to be honest, and
Very
not
well
because he did
could've.
not because he did anything wrong, but because of how vulnerable he was in that situation. I don't know, man. It's the reality of law enforcement officers everywhere, and so when they say, "Well, he shouldn't have been scared in that situation, or he shouldn't be nervous in that situation," how much do you really expect a human being with feelings and thoughts and all of those things to be inundated with this type of information, these type of warnings all the time? The example I always give is when people talk about women not feeling safe going on hikes by themselves and things of that nature. And there's, well, that's wrong and that's shitty and it shouldn't be that way. I 1000% agree. It's part of why I became a law enforcement officer when I did. The problem is the reality of what's occurring is they're constantly being subjugated to some level of violence in those sets of circumstances. And law enforcement is experiencing that daily, if not multiple times a day. So if you're a cop and you know that could be your situation, And this is, I don't know, it's a hard headspace that most people won't understand unless they've existed in it.
Yeah.
So we'll keep going.
So this is a domestic involving a weapon.
Drop the weapon!
Jeez.
Drop the weapon now! Drop it!
Drop the knife.
Drop
Pause
the
it.
weapon!
Big knife.
So my rule still stands that I totally think it should be case law that the second someone says shoot me, you've been absolved of all of your responsibilities in this. That's a shitty, crusty cop thing for me to say. But once you've uttered the phrase, no, you're going to have to shoot me, well, at
Hey,
least he told me. He consented.
All I'm saying is you only have to deal with that person once then, not
Yeah, no,
35
it
times.
is what it is. But to be fair, obviously this person's in a very agitated state. This officer is backing up. He does have a weapon, and he's already committed violence against another person. There's a likelihood that he's going to commit violence against somebody else.
What if there was like a little police tactical clipboard with like a little waiver? So when they say that, you just toss it at them. They can sign it.
They can
and
sign
then you're
it?
good.
They've already
Yeah,
consented
that's
on body camera.
Yeah.
I know, but paper. Lawyers love paper. It makes it life a lot easier.
What do we use paper for anymore?
You gotta wait. I'm just saying you gotta wait. Okay, fine. You send them a PDF to their cell phone, and they do the little
With the
whatever.
DocuSign?
The
Yeah.
DocuSign?
That's right. Yeah,
Perfect.
DocuSign it.
Jesus.
Perfect.
Yeah, Face ID and everything.
So what I'm getting at, the discussion is going to come up from these is well, why doesn't the officer de-escalate the situation? He walked into an escalated situation, and de-escalation only works when you have consenting parties to said de-escalation. So you get in an argument with your significant other, and both of y'all want it to work out, so you both have a vested interest in it. Don't do anything to escalate it. In this specific situation, not only did he already commit domestic assault, but he's also now goading officers into wanting to shoot him, saying that he wants them to shoot him. The best he can do is back up. And like the Walmart situation, he can't just leave him here because you have somebody that's already perpetrated violence on somebody that's still armed and actively looking to perpetrate violence on someone else. That officer has an obligation to sit there and handle said situation. Ethically, I don't know if there's anybody that's ever done the job that thinks it's okay to just leave and make it be their problem. So, like, as much as it's shitty, and I'm retired, so I can say this, fuck it, this sounds like their issue. I could just leave. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if he went and killed his whole family after I left, or hurt somebody else. So, even from a moral standpoint, leaving in this instance, if you're capable of doing something, from an officer standpoint, I'm not saying the neighbors should be getting involved and pointing guns at this guy, but you really can't, both legally as far as your duty to intervene, but also ethically at this point you have a moral obligation to everyone that's at this point a helpless victim to this knife wielding dude here. So we'll see what happens. I have an idea.
Drop the knife.
Drop the knife now!
Drop the knife.
Subject's got a knife. We got him at gunpoint.
Irvin, drop the
Drop it!
knife.
Drop it! Drop
The
it!
knife. Taser, taser, taser.
Oh, he's close. Tried taser. Jesus. Ooh.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Man, move right now. Move out the way. Irvin, drop the knife. Irvin, drop the knife.
Drop the weapon!
Drop the knife, man.
Now!
Drop the knife.
We're going to Kimbo with the taser here.
Irvin,
I
drop
guess.
the knife.
Drop it!
Oh,
Irvin, drop
What a
the
wild
knife.
man.
Taser, taser, taser.
Jeez, dude.
Ooh.
He's so lucky.
Shots fired.
that's just.
That's shitty. It has to happen in front of the family. That's super shitty.
Drop the weapon!
Well,
So
you know what? He put his family in that situation.
no, I'm with you.
so-
He's selfish for doing that. You can have the same conversation about, people that'll, not to get too terribly dark into the weeds, but you have people that'll go and that are having suicidal ideations, and they'll go do it to themselves in the bathroom somewhere. Then you have someone's going to jump on a bridge in a public place or something crazy like that. Now we don't know the surrounding situations. This person could have pretty severe mental illness that's not being treated. I had someone specifically, the kid was 19 years old, and he pulled a knife on me. I was lucky it was a butter knife, and I had an idea that it might have been one, and that he didn't try to lunge at me. once we did it and we were able to get mom out. And there's a whole that'll be another story time for you guys. And I had a very severely intellectually disabled 18-year-old kid of African American descent that pulled a knife on me, and I was very lucky to walk away from that. I had a good officer that was with me, and we made a good arrest plan. But being placed in the same set of circumstance, I don't know how you win that. The beanbags aren't going to stop somebody at that size if they're motivated. Paying compliance isn't going to work. Pepper ball guns aren't going to work.
Taser didn't work.
I think he's got the new style that you can do two. It looked like that because I didn't see the cartridges.
It looked like the taser hit him. It just he didn't. Really
That's what I'm saying. He just
No, it definitely hit him because he reacted to it.
Yeah.
I don't if you want to replay it back, but I think he even maybe yanked a little.
Drop the weapon!
I know he does
Drop it!
this.
Right now! Drop the weapon!
I think it was in the second body cam video.
Yeah, this is where we're at right here. Yeah, it's the newer style that you have two technically. That one hit him.
Maybe only one
like that.
prong hit him
Yeah,
though.
probably
Maybe,
one prong.
yeah.
But I tell you what, even
Yeah,
if it
see,
hit
'cause
him,
he does this, and that's what I
I
assumed
think only
was-
one hit him. That's why I didn't lock him up.
Mm.
Probably missed. Down
and
there.
I'm gonna be honest, like you're probably not disarming a dude that's that size. To be honest, like I don't know that I don't care how good your empty hand skills are. A baton would have been stupid. Again, shooting him in the leg would have been stupid. And also, kind of, you have to realize the chaos of that situation. That mom was trying to intervene and help, which
Yeah.
I'm all for. The family trying to step up and help him in that instance. The issue becomes what happens if he takes her hostage. And I mean, technically, really, you look at liability issues as far as not just getting written up, but I mean, being held criminally liable for not controlling the situation. And let's say mom gets stabbed and killed in this instance because officers didn't intervene.
Look at the backdrop though.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Well, and that's really why this guy did the shooting, to be 100% honest. But
Yeah.
that's a shitty situation. I don't know if there's a good solution.
Only in
I think a lot of people will talk about possibly the use of canine. I don't think it's a remotely appropriate situation for that, only because the dog's going to get stabbed for no good reason.
Yeah, you
at
just
that
have a
point.
dead canine at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, and again, you're the
I
dog's going to agitate anybody. If I had a dog barking at me that was going to come, and I knew it was going to come bite me, that's escalating anyways.
Yeah.
Like,
I
how
don't
far
agree
can this
with
go? Yeah.
canine deployment against deadly force. Like
That's what I mean.
just-
Yeah, it's just really not. Where'd my cord go?
If
It's
that's
not a
your
viable
if
option,
that's
but
your
yeah.
plan, you don't deserve to have canine.
Exactly.
Really. I mean,
So, anyways, shout out to Police Fitness Nutrition. Go give them a follow.
Roundhouse kick him, Jacob.
What's Jacob
Walk
saying?
it- and walk it,
Oh
Ranger.
my god! You know what? That's how he's 100% correct.
He's not wrong.
Whether it's a roundhouse kick or just sex appeal,
I have
think
watched Walker Texas Ranger do some incredible things.
I
so-
will take it back. Specifically, Walker Texas Ranger would have
Yes.
handled that.
Only
Regular
him.
Texas Rangers, no. But man, I got to see them tight Levi's and
Mm-hmm.
them boots and the strong beard and oh yeah.
We still
Oh,
got to
yeah.
do that officers react. We have such great clips for that.
Yeah.
Man, we got just a whole series on just
He's,
Walker
he
Texas
he
Ranger.
like fights a bear and crazy
He
shit like
does.
that.
Yeah, it's like the bear learns to respect him. Antivirus time.
Uh-oh. So anyways,
Gotta
yeah,
stay safe.
100% with Jacob on this. Definitely Walker Texas Ranger fixes that problem, no problem. So only in New York. God bless New York, dude. Those poor people. They live in Gotham. Cuffs to the front.
And no cage in your patrol car. Or no bars on the window, I guess.
Oh yeah, he just crawled right out.
Yep. They could have been behind him and he could have slipped into the front.
Sure.
But
I
don't
think
know.
they end up catching him.
yeah.
So we had protocol that if you had somebody in the back of a patrol car, you had to leave an officer there with them for this very reason.
Yeah.
And most of the more modern police vehicles will have cages in the back
Yeah.
for that reason. NYPD, do you mind if I jump in? Michael, we'll see. We'll see. You better not come in with your crappy mic. We have like
Oh my God, yeah.
$12,000 worth of microphone.
Better be
here or
sitting in a
whatever.
chair this time.
Yeah.
And no camera because it's going to screw up the pop out screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can join in audio only.
Here, let me text him.
Yeah, text him. Shout out to police posts. What do we have anything here? Florida again. Jeez,
Yeah.
dude, Florida's killing the game today.
So deputies stop a vehicle. Suspect jumps out passenger seat, fires multiple rounds at 2 deputies.
Jeez.
Deputies return fire, striking the suspect. And the suspect was a murder suspect for the killing of an 80-year-old man earlier the week.
Dang.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Michael?
Not much.
1451.
Jeez.
Just got home at Jeez.
19
Jeez.
seconds.
That's nuts.
That's how fast it can go. 19 seconds.
Jeez, dude. Top comment.
So.
Jeez. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a top comment. Ooh.
Oh, you know what? I just talked about Motorola not watermarking their body cam, and
then look at 'em
totally-
now.
It was totally watermarked. That hurt me. Yeah, upper left-hand corner.
Oh, wow, it is.
That's weird. I've
When
never
they
seen
started
that.
doing it,
I
once
haven't
they
seen
saw
that
the
either.
Axon ones.
That's what it was.
They saw the Axon advertising, and they're like, we need to do that
I
too.
wonder if that's a screen recording.
Oh, I didn't think about that. It probably is.
Because this does
It
not look
probably
like
is.
straight from the body cam.
No, they probably took.
I've done-
So, I don't know. In situations like that, and like I was talking about this before with the lady that stabbed a dude in the neck. It just the likelihood that you're going to be in that situation's astronomically elevated. I
Yeah.
went from like never getting into a fight after the age of like 8, you know, to
Mhm.
getting in a fight like once a month.
Yep.
And depending on during riot season, it was like every other day.
Yeah. At
so,
least
like,
once a week.
Dude, it got like it's just a very different world when you're inundated with that level of violence. And again,
And
even just the potential of it occurring.
once you start fighting that much, you're
Yeah.
like, I guess I'll say your patience for resistance drops
Yeah.
very quickly.
It goes way down.
Like,
Well, and again, like
I don't know. We fought so much there in the last year. Like,
Yeah.
if it was like aggressive comments and more than like 3 or 4 of them came, you were getting
Yeah.
hands on immediately.
Well, and it was interesting because I remember having officers, more senior officers, that would get on to me when I was new about being very slow to going hands on and not wanting
Yeah.
to. Because again, I didn't like touching people to begin with, and specifically the demographic that I policed majority did not like being touched by law enforcement either. But yeah, towards the end of it, there we had a lot of instances where they were like they would come up to come agitate a situation.
Yeah.
And by the end of it,
still don't
I
like
had no
touching
issue.
people.
Well, and again,
Especially
it's
certain people.
man, it's not until you're getting kicked and spit on, and it's like all the time,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like every domestic you work. It's a very weird transition that occurs mentally, and it's mostly because you're afraid of being hurt at that point, or getting spit in the face and whatever. I caught dysentery one time from that. It was awful.
Oh God.
I Kristen said hello to you, Michael.
Full Oregon Trail.
Hey, baby.
I almost went the way of Oregon Trail. I was dysentery is not fun, boys and girls.
It was, you know, I don't know. I can definitely attest to it. Though. I've had a lot more patience for BS when I first started, and now
Sure.
my patience level has kind of waned away.
Give it time. Give it time. Anyways, we'll
Yeah,
keep going.
I mean it's wild.
I got the street.
Bro, was this
blocked
shot
off.
on a potato?
No way out.
I think so. A potato Axon camera.
You can't even read the axon. There it goes.
Oh, there it is.
Maybe. I don't know. I have a lot of things to say about this.
I got the street blocked. You're not going anywhere. I got the street blocked. Yep, she's taking off. But
She
she's
said,
blocked.
I
have
got
the
a
street
Hummer.
blocked.
I
Yeah,
was about to say.
I've got a.
She's hitting my cruiser.
I've got the
Oh
street
my
blocked.
God.
Lols
She's
and
ramming
Hummer.
my cruiser on Rutledge. Stop! There's nowhere for you to go. Stop! Stop! There's nowhere for you to go. Stop! 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 I'm in my cruiser. Stop!
This is fuck the police in a video.
Send me units quick. Stop! 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 Stop!
Hazel.
Put it in park! Cut
Hey,
it out!
Lol, 4 stars.
Cut it out!
You're at his tires.
Taking off on these main streets.
Feels like a warm hug.
so I'm gonna be honest.
Credit karma.
Where before I did not criticize the officer by being by himself because he had an aggravated assault in a public place. If you feel the need to block a street off for your interaction with a person because you think that they're going to take off in a car, you should probably not be there by yourself. I'm just saying that, and I it's because I care about this young man that's going off and still doing hood rat shit out here.
I wouldn't
That being
want to bet on that street corner by myself from the looks of it.
I'm telling you. So anyways, I think I don't know if that's complacency. I don't know if that's a lack of manpower. I don't know what it is, but I don't know that I'm trying to effect an arrest like that by myself.
Background on that. After it's a female driver. After
Sure.
she got away, she hit several more law enforcement vehicles and injured 7 officers before the vehicle finally gave out and they brought her into custody.
Wow.
Yeah. She went on a rampage in that Hummer.
Well, I mean,
She
there's,
had
there's one
felonies
way to
charged.
stop a rampage.
Yeah.
Police
Well,
officers have that tool.
Yeah, and I'll say this: like in that specific instance, with her just trying to drive away and flee.
I'm not saying he should have done it. I'm saying
No. I'm
Right.
with you. Once
If-
you start injuring people with a vehicle, it's ag assault, and at that point, it's a different ballgame. She was destroying property, and I will never sit there and value property over human life.
Yeah.
That being said, there is a certain percentage of the population, and if you don't have to deal with them, you don't know, that do not give a shit. They'd burn the whole city down and wouldn't blink an eye at it. I think that there's mental health resources that probably should be provided in those things. Institutionalization or the institutionalization of people like that, or having programs in place where you start to give them limited access to the public, whether it's through again, a mental health facility. Unfortunately, it's prison 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, you get to a certain point where how many times do you have to screw up before we start restricting your rights because you clearly don't know how to play well with others? It's really what it comes down to. It's not like not paying your taxes. It's not like not, saying nice things to your friends. You're talking destruction of property, endangering the lives of people.
Forgetting to pay your bar tab. I mean,
Well, and again, it's one thing to forget to pay your bar tab. It's another thing altogether
Yeah.
to try to punch out the security. Like, it's just a very different. I think people's ignorance of realizing the level of trauma that they can cause to a neighborhood and again, the drain on resources and things of that nature. I am all for us all having nice things, but you'd be shocked at how oftentimes these people are perpetrated as victims, and oftentimes the way that law enforcement has to handle them is not looked terribly favorably upon. But this is what happens.
Yeah.
So anyways, we'll keep going.
And
Unless we had Walker, Texas Ranger.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But there's still only one
I
of
want to
them.
report like a drunk driver or something.
What street are you
He
on?
would have punched the Hummer and it would have broke
He
down.
also
Okay,
only
hold on a
operates in
second.
Texas, so
Hi,
Yeah.
Cali.
that's jurisdiction.
It's in Dad, Lake Forest, California, 92630. What's
Some guy
happening there? Guy just nailed 3 cars.
Okay.
And he's trying to leave.
Okay, what color and type of car is he in?
It looks like a black truck. I don't know what kind it is.
Is it newer or old model?
Huh?
Is it newer or old model?
2-door. Just 2-door. Yeah.
Okay.
Older
Yeah.
and model, 2-door.
Thank you.
All right, come on.
Thank you. That's
All right.
exactly what
And
I
then
asked.
do you know if anyone was in the car that was
I can
hit?
hear
Do you know if anyone was in the car that was
I
hit?
can't see his license plate. He's not going nowhere. That car won't go nowhere.
Okay, so you can't see the
He's
plate?
in his truck. You there?
Yeah, you can't see the plate?
No, I'm not going up there, not unless I got my gun.
Is he being violent or aggressive?
No, but he's either drunk or messed up.
Why do you think that?
He hit the
Because he ain't
post.
getting out of the car, and the car ain't movable. He sounded drunk, too. So,
Okay.
I don't know.
That would have been like, first he hit 3 cars.
Yeah, it's my response.
That's my first clue.
Yeah.
Oh no, a Nissan? Oh no.
It's an older model.
Yeah.
Hey, no, it's a 2-door.
464-1033, subjects armed with a knife, refusing to come out, stage 91. Hey, watch out, bro. Hey, bro, come over here,
Get out of the way. Whoa.
Is he trying to stab himself?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You're all right.
Yep.
Hey, dude. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We don't need... You're okay.
Hey, go inside!
Get out of the house. There's a guy with a gun. Get away.
Get in the fucking
We
house!
got our guns out. Go away. Sir.
Pause it.
Does he have
I
a
legit-
weapon
Mow
mounted
the lawn in
light
the middle of the night.
and he's holding a flashlight?
Hey man, he's dual wielding. He's akimbo on the flashlights today.
Flash akimbo, man.
Wow. Okay.
Hey man,
I
he's
just
a
don't
cal-
understand why these cops can't let that guy mow his lawn in the middle of the night and peace.
with his vacuum. Right? So,
He's clearly just out there doing chores. And,
so
He's like sweeping his grass.
normally,
yeah, exactly.
normally I would not be a fan of OC spray, but this is one of the very few times where I think OC and the hell out of that guy might make a good. Might make
OC
a good
only,
sense.
baby.
How?
I'm saying if you could break out the passenger side window, I wouldn't want to do it from here because I don't want him getting out. Because I would try to contain him in
I
that
think
car.
as soon as you break that window, he stabs himself.
He stabs himself. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably right. You're probably right.
Yeah.
It's probably a
It's little
standoff. You
business,
probably
though.
well, and the good news is at least the truck can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But poor guy
Yeah.
with the.
But that's a
This
big
is-
knife.
This is not. Yeah, this is not.
If he's like 90% committed and you bust the window and he drives that thing through, he's
gone.
He's done.
Yeah. Yep. This is a sucky situation.
Hey, man. We're okay. It's all right. You're okay.
464 is going to be a male white.
It's
brown
okay,
curly
man.
hair.
You're not in trouble.
Blue
Sir,
sweatshirt.
get away. Have our guns pointed. We could shoot you. Move away.
some people.
Hey, man, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know why he's got his light out.
Until you get to that wedding video. Jesus.
There he goes.
Hey, man,
There
you're
it
not
is,
in
big
trouble.
guy.
It's not the end of the world, dude. Just put the knife down, okay?
Probably just caught him off guard.
It's not a big
Look,
deal,
he had to
man.
sweep his driveway,
Don't worry
okay?
about it. Okay, you're all right.
Get the leaf blower out.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's not the end of the world, dude. Just put the knife down, and we can
So pause it.
we can sort this out, all right?
This is what de-escalation looks like, and it doesn't look pretty because you got two guys pointing a gun at somebody. Both of them are, and they should be because it's a deadly force situation.
You like how they're
Um,
talking nicer to this guy than they are the dumbass who keeps
They're
coming out of his house.
screaming. They're screaming at the guy across the
Hey, you
highway.
fucking idiot!
To be fair, I don't think they're too worried about carrying them over the edge.
Sure. But what I will say this, notice that he's actually trying to address him in a calm voice. He's not giving him he's not just yelling, drop the knife, drop the knife. He's actually trying to engage in some level of a conversation. Now, if you were the third or fourth officer on scene here, you need to be running the plate so you can try to figure out what this guy's name is. You need to be trying to make sure that you're preventing avenues of escape. To be honest, what would be kind of genius is if you pinned those doors shut with patrol cars so he couldn't get out of it. And if you're stuck in a standoff, you're stuck in a standoff, but at least you're containing him into that situation where if he's going to try to crawl out and stay, if he stabs himself, unfortunately, there's not much you can do about it. But
Yeah.
at least you're minimizing the danger to officers that you can contain him in this situation. It's a kind of weird, fucky, and creative, but it'd be a way of doing it. It could also take some like leg restraints and like just tie the door handles to each other from behind the bed of the truck. That's a lot of involved shit, but
I think you get that
I'd
close to
take
the
too
truck.
long.
It's not
I'd
gonna go well.
rather just move the patrol car.
yeah, or something like that. You're trying to contain him in that space because he can only hurt himself there. And so, but
Yeah.
it's a hard situation. There's not a good way to win this. We'll keep going. See what probably doesn't get.
Just keep talking to him, bro. Keep talking to
Hey,
him.
man, it's
There it is, my
okay.
guy.
I'm
There
definitely.
it is, my
What can I
guy.
do to get you to comply?
Yeah.
464
The
subject still
bleep.
uncooperative inside his vehicle.
What can I get you to comply, man? You're doing all right. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You're not in trouble. It's just a car accident. It's an accident. You're not in trouble. We don't want to hurt you. Can you please put the knife down? Put the knife down, please, sir. What can I get you to do to comply? We don't want to hurt you. What can I do to help you?
Tell him we could take him to like a
Yeah,
mental
he's not
hospital
engaging.
or anything like that.
Hey man, we can get you. We can take you to a hospital. Okay,
So
do you have
pause it real
friends
quick.
that you can talk to?
So I will say this, and I'm with these guys are doing the right thing as far as saying to try to get him help and to try to advocate for him in this instance. However, my experience with people that have chronic, severe mental health illness, they hear the word hospital and they do not get happy.
They'd rather go to jail.
They
Oh yeah, they shut down.
they do not like. So I'm just saying, just free advice to rookie cops that are out there.
Especially our hospital, dude.
If you
The one we
unless
took people to wasn't any better.
it was not better, dude. And again, if you're doing your due diligence, you're not trying to process this person through the system.
Yeah.
If this person's having a mental health crisis, obviously you're trying to get them some help. But as like I said, free unsolicited
The
advice here from
hospital ain't
somebody
the one, dude.
or at least telling them that up front. I like that he's saying, even though it's a complete lie, that he's not in trouble. He's clearly probably DWI or something like that. But that's not important in that moment. What's important in that moment is getting that guy safe, because obviously he's threatening to hurt himself. They're not trying to rush it. I'm glad they're not pushing into this vehicle and trying to like disarm him or anything, because that's undue risk. Right now, he's not doing anything but sitting there, so leave him. But you might as well tell him he has to go to jail, get out of the car. They hear hospital, especially if they've already been handled in this way before, and somebody that's willing to hold a knife to themselves in a public way like this, probably not their first time. You never know. Some people have acute mental health crises, but they know what the hospital means, and it's not. They typically don't like that, so we'll keep going.
We don't want to hurt you, dude.
I wouldn't want to go to the hospital. I can tell you that much.
Hell no, dude.
Hey,
What's up?
I'm thinking we push back, dude. And
Yeah, but if he
we
starts
get-
stabbing himself, we won't know, dude. Because he's facing the knife to him.
Yeah,
if he
dude.
starts stabbing himself, we gotta do something.
Yeah, but I mean, no, we don't. We don't have to do something if he starts stabbing himself. We don't want to hurt you, man.
I don't want to get too far where he.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah. Okay.
So pause it. That's true. It sounds shitty, but that's true. Because
Yeah.
there's no need to help kill him. That's stupid. All you can try
And
to do is provide an out. It's not your job. It's really why again, Crossbow Boy was the exact same. It wasn't the exact same situation. This is different. But he had already tried to kill himself multiple times, and he had a crossbow in his hand, and we got in this huge standoff with him. But unless I can separate him from that, there's no real way to help them. And interjecting yourself too soon, you can hurt him. So
Right. So because let's say he does start stabbing himself, and you get the compulsion to intervene.
Sure.
You're opening the door, both literally and figuratively, to getting yourself stabbed, and then you're forced to shoot him. And then what do you have? He either kills himself by himself or with your help.
Yeah. So that's actually pretty smart on that guy. So shout out to him. It sounds cold and shitty, but it's true.
No, but I think this is a good place to differentiate, like, what isn't actually police's job, because this is not really police's job until he starts swinging that thing at somebody else.
Sure.
There's really no reason why, like,
there's no hurry to go and sit there and say, "Hey, stop you from dying." You know, like technically, and even technically, you know, you do have a certain right to refuse care and stuff like that, or refuse. You know, I've tried to get somebody off a highway before, and they weren't walking on it; they were walking alongside of it. And I was just trying to get them home because obviously people were calling about that, but they didn't want the ride. And I was like, "Well, I can't ticket him. I can't take him to jail. I can't." So I just had to leave him there. It's hot as hell. Tried to offer him water. He's like, "F your water" or whatever. And then I started asking questions to try to develop it, like an NED.
F
and I
your
was like,
water.
you know, when's the last time did you eat? He's like, "You don't need to know that." Or when's the last time you did whatever? And so
He's been through this before.
Yeah, he knew what to not say to keep himself from getting the grippy socks and the hospital
He's
visit.
been through it
So,
before.
Yeah, so we'll keep going.
When he gets here, and we'll give announcements, and then we'll push back to the door. Hey man, just put the knife down. It's okay. Not the end of the world. We don't want to hurt you, dude. It's not that big of a deal. Just put the knife
464 is
down.
gonna be a black knife with about a 6-inch blade.
Hey man, it's okay.
It's probably only a 3-inch blade.
What can I
Let's
do to
be
get you to
honest.
put
Let's
the
be
knife down,
honest.
brother?
Don't tell his wife.
Blade's gonna be.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
look
saying.
at that.
It's 6
There
inches
we
to
go.
him, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'm What's your name?
Look at this guy. Bro, this guy's killing the
What's
game.
your name, my friend?
See that fatigue setting in? We're just having to go into school.
God, I've
Hey,
had
dude,
that.
it's just a car accident. It's not the end
God.
of the world. There's no reason to,
Hey, ask if his name's
Is your name
64 copy.
Hey, I'm okay?
464.
And we want
was
you
going to be
out.
the driver, just confirmed it.
What can I do to help you?
You roll the window down?
The driver's
I think so.
Okay.
Pepper spray his ass.
We don't want to hurt you, man. I want to put this gun
Yeah.
down, but I need you to put,
You do it from a
that
distance.
knife away. We don't want
There's
to
producer
hurt you,
Juan.
dude.
OC
The
hero
last thing I
over
wanna
there.
do is hurt you.
Yeah. Send
Okay?
Juan
Can you
in.
Put the knife down.
Right.
Hey man, if it was
Please.
ready or not, that shit would spray like
We're really
30
here
feet.
trying to help you out.
Sure,
okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
What's up? It's Deputy man.
I'd be
They
like,
got
shoot
him
a
on
hole in
the
that
phone.
window. I'm
Hey,
OC
dude.
through it.
So none of us want to hurt you, man, but you got a knife in your
Okay,
hand.
so they got him on the
it's
phone
just a
now.
car accident, dude. It's not a big deal. Hey,
It
I've been
kind
there,
of did
dude.
what you said,
I've messed
Jeff.
up before.
Yeah, they pinned. Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
that
yeah,
big
look
of
at
a
that.
deal. But
Shout out
what's
to these
going to end
guys.
up happening is, you know, you got a knife and we don't want to hurt you, dude, and that's really going to be a big deal.
I think they left space
We
for
just
him
want
to
to get
open
you
the
out of the
door,
car and,
but
hey,
at
man,
least they put
and
cars
that's it.
between
We don't want to hurt you. We just want to
them
talk
and
to you,
him.
man. But we can't do that if you have a
Slow him
knife in your
down,
hand.
So I'm gonna be honest. The overheads don't help.
No, not
No,
at
they
all.
don't.
There's zero reason for those to be on.
Well, you know, you know what? I've messed up too in my life.
Or you could at least
Okay?
just have the
I really,
backlights
I have
on.
too.
That's what I mean.
And
Have the
I can
backlights
say right
on.
now, people
Yeah.
screw up, but it's not the end of the world. We
What
you
up,
know, we get
Reese?
second chances.
They're also not helping
And
our stream
what I would
quality
hate
right
to
now.
see is you get
Yeah.
hurt over this.
All those pixels
Yeah.
quality means like, oh, we are compressed.
You,
Like,
you hit a car, you hit a
480p
mailbox.
right now.
Yeah, anyone that's a
It's not
police
that big of a
officer
deal.
out there, if
We
your
just
body
wanna get
camera
you
ends
out
up on
and
Only Cops,
we
please
go
do us
from
a
there.
favor.
But if you,
Turn
you
your
have a knife in
backlights
your
on.
hand, you know, unfortunately. Okay, you're scaring us with that knife in your hand, man. Okay, none of us want to hurt you, like we said. And
Oh, they turned them off. Look at that. They're
there's better
listening.
ways to resolve
This is a different body
than,
camera.
than
Oh.
you know,
They're still on.
anyone hurting each other. Okay, it's just a car accident.
Oh, jeez.
I know, but it's
Ooh, I want to hear what he says.
it's a thing, man.
Yeah. And like I said,
Obviously.
yeah, I don't know what you're going through, man. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what you're going through, but I do want to help you, dude. Okay? None of us want to.
Like, honestly, can I be honest with you? Thank you for not pretending to know what I'm going through. Because, like, I've talked with cops before, and they pretended to be like, oh, I know what you're going through, and you're being 100% with me, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, man. We all go through different things, and ultimately, we're just here to get this resolved safely, dude. Okay?
Look at that
I'd
mustache.
love to hear, you know,
Yeah,
what's
dude.
going on in your life, but we need you to put that knife down.
Bro, standoffs suck. I'm not gonna lie. They suck a lot.
I'd love to tell you what's going on in my life, but we just don't have time for that right now, and I can't. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. We got all the time in the world, brother. All
So
right?
it sounds like
we
he's
really
building
do.
a
There's
pretty
no
good
rush here,
rapport
okay?
with him, so I wonder where it
We
broke
just,
down.
what can I do to get you
I
to
don't know.
put that knife down, man?
You do it for $1?
Is there anything I can do to,
We
you
can do it
know,
for 20?
to help you out here?
No, not really.
You're a good dude.
I got
You
a
just
piece
made
of
a
candy
mistake.
for you.
This guy is completely resting his right. You know they've been there for a minute.
Been
I think
there.
the longest.
done
I think
that.
the longest standoff I did. I think was like 9.5 hours.
Yeah,
It was
but
awful.
no, at this point, it's over.
It's
I think
not,
they
brother.
mentioned that
I'm
he
telling
will be
you,
going to jail.
I
and
really
that's
am.
where he lost him.
And especially at 23, bro. This is not over. You have a lot to look forward to, man. And I'm being honest, dude. You'll be able to go to that concert. It's a ticket, bro. It's considered a misdemeanor. Not a big deal.
Come out with your hands up! Follow our commands and you'll be okay.
So why'd this person take over?
I don't know.
That
That's
guy
weird.
had a rapport.
Drop the knife and come out with your hands up.
If you had him on the phone and you were talking to him, like, why are we doing this? I'm gonna be honest.
He probably hung
Yeah,
up.
because that's possible. Yeah, but
This is now day
Come out
shift.
with your hands up.
it's escalating at this point. There it is.
Still got the knife. You still got the knife.
Come out with your hands up.
Yeah, we don't need to see that again.
Yeah,
But
that's shitty.
I mean,
That's
he
what I said. Pin the
he
door.
made his
Yeah.
decision. He
Yeah,
had made his decision as soon as they got there. So
He was just building up the courage.
Sure. It's shitty. I was fortunate enough to not have to be stuck in that specific situation, but I've worked a lot of successful suicides, and that they suck. They all suck because they're depressing and sad. But I mean, I don't know. It's tactics. Let's say they pin the door in and they OC him or they whatever. He'd have probably still done the same thing.
yeah, I mean, he probably would have done it himself instead of making
Sure.
them shoot him. But
Sure. But and honestly, it might have turned that into a 14-hour standoff versus probably that looked like a 4 to 5 hour one. So,
or he
I
would
don't
have
know.
stabbed himself, and they would have tried to get in there to get him, and then he would have stabbed one
It'd
of
have been the
them.
same. Yeah, it'd have been the same.
So
We're not great tools for that kind of stuff. But and honestly, I don't know that there is a great tool.
There's not.
Once someone
Yeah,
has
there's-
gotten that far, there's no that person has to eventually make the decision themselves that they want to get help. Now they will need tools to get better, and they will need to seek professional help and things of that nature. But all of that comes down the onus of the responsibility of doing something about it and not escalating to that point ultimately falls on the individual. So
Yeah, and all of those tools and resources and all that stuff really have to come way before this point.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
This is,
Oh, yeah.
This is already way too far. I mean, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
you have already done the million steps to get to this point that like you've already missed all of your
Yeah.
chances pretty much.
There's a point
we
of no
neglect. Yeah, we neglect prepare. We have a it's honestly kind of like a national problem. We neglect preparation and we prefer to deal with consequences, and that's what that looks like basically. You know.
Reese, cigarettes are a good idea. I told somebody the other day that I have a like really negative reaction to Swisser Sweets because everyone that ever fought me was smoking them. I swear. But weirdly enough, Marlboro Reds, the cowboy killers as they call them, I as much as I don't like because I don't smoke, and as much as I hate the smell of smoke, every single time I was able to de-escalate somebody by letting them smoke, that's what they were smoking. It was weird. So like I don't have a negative reaction to that because like I'd get the endorphin dump of realizing, oh cool, I don't have to shoot or fight this guy because I let him smoke a cigarette.
Yep.
Cigarettes are it's a great de-escalation tool.
So the semi-serious question, follow up on that, is in states where they have legalized it, would offering them a joint?
I could see that.
Offering them or allowing them to smoke it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're hitting murky territory now.
Because even if it's legal, I guarantee you that police department still has a policy that says officers are not allowed to smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Well, no, but maybe you keep you keep a little tactical weed baggie.
No.
What if I have a 40 millimeter projectile that's
De-escalation
got
kit.
THC gas
No.
in it?
You explain
No,
that.
Yeah.
You explain
THC
that to
spray.
IA, Vaughn.
THC.
Oh, I
What do they
would.
call it? Happy spray.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's only one actual cop in this conversation, so he's trying to get your IA's attention.
Yep. I bet you North Carolina would do it.
Yeah, they think about it.
Hell no, they haven't even legalized it yet. I guarantee you, my department would be like, "Oh, it's legal, not for you."
They'll overlook it.
All right, on to the next one before we get too into the weeds here.
Oh yeah, this is the one I came in.
What's going on, Koofy?
This thing's wild.
Yeah, Kristen and I saw it.
Center. I have a very irate, drunk sketch. He has no shirt on. He's on the outside of the building. He's trying to beat people up. He's yelling. He's very drunk.
It's always fun.
You're at 1050 West Morris at the Winter Park Event Center. There's an intoxicated guest there. Is that correct? Yes, he's being violent. Is he white, black, Hispanic? He's white, maybe Hispanic. He has a black white beater on.
A wife beater.
At a wedding, guys.
Do you have anything else? Sorry, black pants and a black shirt. Sorry, was you out?
Oh, now he has a shirt on?
Oh, he definitely, no, he has a wife beater on for sure.
Okay, and where at
Tack weed back.
He probably started with a shirt on.
Yeah.
Probably just like his one button down.
And then he said, I'm going to fight everybody.
Yup. Yep. As
He
they were
got that.
kicking him out. I'm sure there were some uncles who were like, bro, you're too drunk, get out of here.
Yep.
Yes.
He ended up on the sidewalk, didn't want to leave.
Oh, give a fuck.
Sounds about right.
Hey, partner. Hey. 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 Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your
Footnote,
back.
I can't stand.
Step away from him. Step away from him. Get some more units over here. Step away from him. Hey. Hey. Let it go. Take. Get away from him. Get away from him now. Step back, Sam. Step back.
You touch my sister? Hey, you touch my sister?
Some more units over here. Step back. Step back. Put your hands. Step back. Step back. Put your hands by your back now. Put your hands.
He cold cocked him. by the way.
Yeah.
Dude.
Knocked his ass out.
And it turns to chaos.
Oh, I'm sure.
When I saw this, I was like, this is basically a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
pretty
a
much.
zombie movie, but they're drunk instead of flesh eating.
And so I have so many criticisms, and not really. Yes, some on the officers that are there, but more so on the arriving backup.
Were they just strolling in?
No, well, a couple of them did, but the issue was they didn't pull the guy that shot as a sergeant. They didn't pull him away. He continued to stay on scene, told people put up crime scene tape, interacted with the people that were just pushing, shoving, and screaming at him. And he singles out one guy and continually goes back at this guy, and keeps threatening to arrest the guy.
Move out of the way. Come here for a second. Come here. Come here. Come here.
And my whole thing was pull him out. He just shot somebody.
Back up. Back up. Back up. You touch my sister. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Hold on. Gotcha. Hold on. Okay. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. We good. What's up, man? What's up? Talk to me. Okay. Hey, talk to me.
Oof.
Yeah, dude. He took that
Straight out. That's enough of that.
Jeez, dude. Yep.
So, speaking of the question that producer Juan asked, I would rather deal with someone who's been smoking than drinking 10 out of 10 times.
Yes.
I would say 11 out of 10 times.
Dude.
I would
Yeah,
say
dude.
100 out of 10 times.
Alcohol makes you so stupid. And like,
well, and like I said, and it kind of goes back to what Juan was saying earlier about like, how many times do you think he's acted like that prior to that event?
Every single wedding and party that he's ever been to.
100%, right?
every Friday,
single one.
Saturday, Thursday night
Sure.
at the bar.
And
Everybody
he's
there
that
is
guy.
allowing him to continue like
Sure.
that because they know, oh, he's just like that.
Sure.
Oh, that's just my brother. He gets drunk
Yeah.
and then he gets violent, so we have to just escort him out.
And I'll say this: it's not again, and officers aren't always a great. Had that situation been handled, which there's plenty of. I grew up Mexican and Catholic, so
Typically,
like,
you got a group of uncles and cousins. Who
that's what I
handle that
mean.
dude.
Yeah, Yeah.
And they might cold cock up themselves, but they're not
Sure.
gonna.
Sure.
They're not calling the police. They're just kicking his ass out.
So and again, there was plenty of we'll just say less enlightened portions of my beat responsibility that just didn't call us for stuff like this. To be honest, and because what was I going to do? Take them to jail, fight them, whatever. They didn't want me there, as they typically handled those situations. I will say this: I don't know who called.
It was someone working at the event thing.
The vendor.
Yeah, because
it makes more
that
sense.
was a pretty big event.
That makes more sense.
Could have
Self-police,
potentially been like venue security or
something like
Yeah,
that.
it could have been. Yeah.
caterer. Yeah.
And see, I would have rather had the cousin.
Wedding planner would have also been
Yeah.
very likely.
It's true.
And what kind of what Reese said, that it escalated really quickly, and for what, a PI in Texas at best, unless there's
best, yeah.
domestic assault. Now, if there's domestic assault, you're in a pickle. Let's say he punches his girlfriend.
How do you know he didn't
That's what I'm getting at.
already? I mean,
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Well, he grabbed. I'm assuming that was his girlfriend.
No, that was his
sister.
Oh, that was his sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but even
Well,
then,
that's
if
still
he was,
domestic.
well, and even if he's shoving, punching, hitting other people, he's a grown man. It's a domestic. In a lot of states, it's a shall arrest. So
Yeah.
technically, the officers have to. It's dereliction of duty if you don't go. It's a real fucky situation that ended in a real shitty way. And again,
well, and
could
what are you gonna do? Taser didn't work. He just knocked out the only other officer there.
Yeah.
You're gonna let
And
him
he's
knock
getting
you
on
out.
top
and
of you.
He was
take
about
your
to
gun?
stomp your head in.
Yeah.
For that matter.
Yeah.
I'm just.
So yeah. And so, like, do I think officers are a good solution for that problem? Probably not. But I think bringing an asshole to your party or to your wedding and letting him get hammered and letting him fight people. And again,
Also,
when he was a kid, they didn't check the
Yeah.
behavior. When he was a young adult, they didn't check the behavior. They know he's going to get like that. Like, why even?
yeah,
Like,
but if you're going to a wedding reception, why are you showing up with two officers? Like,
no, that too.
give me
that
a
too.
break.
Yeah.
You
So-
know exactly what you're walking into at a wedding reception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, it'd have prevented that to be. Even if he knocks the officer out, even if nothing changes about how the altercation begins and ends, technically, I think if you have 8 officers there, you're probably having a less likelihood of this guy ending up getting shot. Because at the very minimum, you have 3 or 4 to hold the crowd back, and everybody else to fight this dude.
Yeah.
I was about to say, because a big part of it too is knowing how these parties are. All of the friends and family just be like, oh no, he's just drunk and trying to get the officers away. That's all just escalating and aggravating this
Yeah.
dude.
Yep.
He's
You're
just
gonna-
getting more and more amped because it's all just loud noise to him. He's drunk.
It's like
doesn't
you
know.
said, Juan. We as a society don't like to prevent problems. We like to deal with the consequences.
That's right.
And
This is the
you know,
consequences.
Yeah.
And this
you
family's
know,
gonna be all pissed off about it, and they're gonna make all the Facebook posts about like my poor
Sure.
innocent brother, whatever. And it's like, yeah, your poor innocent brother just cold cock to cock.
right. And it's a lack of
Yeah, it's not a
accountability
victim.
on
Sure.
all of them.
Yeah.
Well, not
And
to
it's not a
mention,
lack of accountability on the police. It's on
well,
the family.
yeah. Well, and again, like, not to mention, there's probably was domestic violence occurring. If the call is he's fighting people, he's whatever. Now, let's just say
Well, they
he
already
was
said
being
he had
loud.
gotten violent, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
He'd already
it is what it
attacked a
is.
couple of other guests, according to the caller.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was shoving, punching, what, but
it
more
doesn't matter
likely
at
while he
that
was
point.
being
Yeah.
shoved out, he probably hit somebody, shoved somebody, kicked somebody.
All right,
So,
we'll keep going.
we're gonna skip through this one because it's 43 minutes long.
Super long, yeah.
Toss, please.
No, LH. You're not LH.
Toss, please. Can you open the door?
Yes, LH. Now, please do that. And my dog? What happened to my dog? You haven't even given her the baby. Come on now. That's not right.
Hey, can
Pause it.
Can you?
That lady's got super MHMR, dude.
I was
Oh,
gonna
it
say
gets better.
She's 620.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
oh,
have
yeah,
we have like
super
a
sick
crisis team, but they're busy right now. They like handle it. Like,
Jesus.
mental health.
Oh, they
Try
talk
to
so
get
much
in.
shit
Yeah,
about their
go.
crisis team, dude.
It's not loud. It's just the one that
Yeah.
push the little thing in the top is the one on the top. It's
Yeah.
the one locks the door. That's not working. It's just
So is this like at a factory?
It's
It's at a
a
free store. It's like a big furniture store
Yeah.
type thing.
So she walked
went
into.
it's like a Habitat for Humanity store.
So I tried
Yeah.
to come out.
I think
she
this is
won't
either
open
the
door.
employee
you
section
get
or
it
like
right
the
here.
back area.
She just keeps rambling. CRT's busy, of course.
They're talking so much shit about CRT.
Everything's lit on now.
No. LH, don't do that. Don't do it.
Hey, LaDonna, open the door.
Don't do that. LH.
What is she spraying?
Listen.
Oh, she's spraying air freshener. What the fuck?
That's a write-up.
Yeah.
There we go.
Is Christy there?
Already.
I need to talk to Christy.
Hey, LaDonna, open the door.
She is spraying air freshener at us.
Who? You need who to come say it to you?
Her niece. She wants her niece, who's like in California.
I don't see much, but he
Oh, so he's been talking to her for a while now. So pause it real quick.
So he should be continuing to talk.
This is going to be criminal trespass at this point if they're asking her to leave and she's doing that. But you also have what you have is a person in crisis that's obviously barricaded themselves into this. The standard protocol for this is going to be that this is a notification of emergency detention, that someone's made themselves a danger to themselves and others, so on and so forth. There's a couple different ways you can dissect this as far as why officers are intervening, and they can't just leave her there, but...
Well, the business wants her gone, so
that's what I'm getting at. At that point, it's criminal trespass in progress. At the very minimum, a misdemeanor.
Because she's been in there for
depending
5 hours, they said.
Oh, okay.
So
even if it's not a welfare check, which even on the welfare check alone, I think you have all the exigency in the world to kick that door in and go grab her. But you got to make the decision, make the arrest plan, and go. Once you realize you've hit
on the other side of that door.
Well, what I'm getting at is once you've hit that wall and you realize like verbally communicating with her isn't going to do anything, this is just exposure to letting that person ramp up. Let's say they've already injured
they're waiting on a
themselves.
third. They call for a third
sense.
several times, and
jeez, dude.
That's why it
Tulsa.
takes so long.
Yeah, part of the
we're
reason
gonna
why
escort
'cause
you to
I sent you guys this video. Part of the reason was because they actually do you get to see them make an arrest plan and all that stuff, which I don't think we've ever seen in one of these breakdown videos because usually it's cut out.
Yeah,
So I thought that was interesting to talk about.
I'm going to skip through a lot of this because the title makes it sound like this chick does some horrible job, and yeah, she loses her patience with this lady, but who wouldn't after 30 minutes? And unless you've been a cop, I really don't care to hear your comments about how you're going to talk to someone in this situation.
Well, and I'll say this. I've seen civilians specifically treat wait staff that are being perfectly polite and nice like complete shit, and they're not doing anything.
And she doesn't. I watched
them.
This whole interaction between her and the lady on the other side of this door. She didn't say anything I wouldn't have said after 30 minutes of trying to talk to someone.
So what I'm getting at is, in general, there's very few people that can actually throw a stone in this situation unless you've been. And I have a pretty high tolerance for bullshit. I probably would have navigated this and played it up for the camera and all that stuff, but it's not legally required for you to play it up for the camera or to be particularly nice. They are affecting an arrest at this point, and she is criminally trespassed from this place probably, and they're affecting an arrest for criminal trespass in progress. So
jail, so you get to choose for trespassing because they want you to leave. Because they want you to leave the premises, and they can tell anyone they want to leave. So you can choose. Yeah, you've been here since 11. So either you leave on your own.
She's gonna get you with that Lysol. She's
Oh my God! How dare she laugh? Oh, the humanity!
I would be laughing.
And this is also why I spent probably 2 hours looking for the full camera, like the full body cam of this, was because every single clip literally cuts from she's having a mental health crisis to this moment where she's laughing and kicking at the door and whatever. And I'm like, okay, there's a lot of.
This is 5 minutes in from when this chick gets here.
What's going on, Sternal? It's good to see your
That's
beautiful
also,
face.
It's pretty funny that you're trying it and she's just spraying Lysol at you. It's funny. It's okay to laugh.
Well, and to be fair, they realize that they're gonna have to kick this door and go get her, and that's gonna make you a little nervous. And I don't think she's nervous, but what I'm getting at, it's a perfectly normal response to laugh or giggle at an uncomfortable situation.
It's funny. Yeah. This lady's spraying Lysol like it's gonna keep the cops out. I'm sorry, that's funny.
Yeah, I would be laughing in that situation.
Also, to be fair, to play the devil's advocate here, you are spraying a liquid object at a person that's not consenting to said spray. That's
wait for it. She adds something in here that you're gonna love.
I'm just gonna until it's gone.
Position left on Jay.
Well, that's smart.
What is trying to
that's
kill
clever.
See, this lady in the bathroom understands that no COP. Okay, so She's gotta
There
get out
is
of
no LH. I gave you your choice. You go on your own or you go to jail. You choose. Yes, yes, yes.
Subject 2600 East of
I don't know where Coco is and LH and whoever all these people are. You get to leave on your own or you go to jail.
Why do you not want me to go? And just LH can make it very simple.
You can make it very simple and leave. Yeah. Yeah.
Too bad it doesn't open like this.
She's trying to get. That's actually kind of smart that she's getting her to get rid of
Get
the
it to run
spray.
out.
That's actually
Spraying
genius.
the door.
Because she's going to
spraying the door.
compulsively spray it.
No, you come
Hello,
out
my
and
beautiful
leave.
wife. It's going good. We're allegedly watching a lady harassed. Mentally. She's just trying to make her.
Well, the
get rid
title
of
is
it.
Female Cop Taunts and Laughs.
You guys are gonna need new air freshener. I hope you don't mind.
That's pretty.
Nobody's
That's
trying
savage.
to kill you. They want you to leave.
So this will be on there too. Okay. On Facebook.
Oh,
This
yeah, it's
reminds me of,
unlocked. I can feel like the tension from her hand just holding it.
It literally just bars through.
Yeah, I
Once
could-
she runs out of air freshener.
Yeah, once she runs that, once
If I get
burns,
sprayed
once
in the
burns.
eye, I'm gonna be pissed.
Funny? I'm not laughing. Why are you?
Ask Ladonna to leave. She said
So they even called the
Hey, listen,
manager
listen.
or whatever.
Chrissy's on the phone. All right, Chrissy, go ahead and tell her.
You need to go ahead and leave the premises, and we're going to prohibit you from coming back.
Criminal trespass. I've done 1,000 of these.
Did you hear what she said? That's not Christy. That's not Christy's voice.
So tell her again to leave.
Can you tell her again to leave?
LaDonna, listen.
Ladonna, I need you to leave the building, and I need you to not come back, please. Thank you.
This is Christy.
This is Christy. You are causing a scene. You are not welcome back. So I need you to allow the cops to escort you from the building, and you just need to find another place to shop and not shop with us again, please.
You know, Christy, is this really Christy?
It really is Christy. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Christy, I need you to come to the door. Oh my God. And I need you to say that to me. I need you to say it to my face, actually.
I'm done talking. We're not talking. I just need you to go ahead, leave with the police, and please not come back. Thank you.
But that's so easy, though, for you to just
Okay. All right.
say that.
Thank you. Christopher Robinson. Like the guy with Winnie the Pooh?
No.
Oh.
His laugh.
Oh, so how about open the door? LaDonna, open the door.
I know.
Yeah, open the.
Christopher Robinson.
No, I'm not calling anybody else. Not calling anybody else. You're gonna open the door. We told you.
So we're 20 minutes
Yeah.
in, still waiting on a third.
Damn, dude. To effect an arrest too. Like it's not like they're waiting for a third for giggles. Like
Right.
Maybe
They have
Tulsa,
this-
which is not a small city.
No, not at all.
And who knows what their manpower looks like at this point.
Sure.
Under the door right now. Under the door.
So here's your third.
We're gonna go from there. Cause she keeps spraying and she has a lighter, and so she's trying to set us on fire.
You know, trespassing is code.
Okay.
No, I started driving code
Here.
right before
Here.
you
So you need to.
LaDonna.
I mean, we can, but we were gonna try to
We
spray
can
her
bust
first
it
and
down.
have her
They said we
come
could.
out.
Yeah, let's bust it down and then spray her. Oh, open the door and then
So
spray
the light is off, so we need to be aware of that. Okay. So the light is off. She has a lighter. She has the spray.
You gonna come out?
I'm surprised
Come on,
she
right
still
now.
has spray left.
No, come out.
No, I need Pat.
Okay, so you ready?
We're gonna.
We have to go hands on.
Wanna OC it or bust it open?
Bust open then OC them. OC her.
Bust it open, then OC her?
We have
You're a dick. No, you don't need an OC, dude.
It goes in, right?
It goes in, yeah. So when we're gonna hit her.
Gonna OC
Okay, so what's
everybody.
the plan? Gonna bust it then spray, or we're gonna bust it then go hands on? Because we're gonna have to go hands on. She's already like
Okay,
threatened.
so let's just go hands on and not.
Not get OC.
There he goes. There he goes. My
Put the
guy.
brains in this operation.
Wisdom won out here.
I think the body cam we're watching is a rookie. I
100%.
really feel like he's a rookie. That's why they're doing this.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
that
two are
makes
making
sense.
the plan.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
She's
he hasn't
like,
put any
she's
input
like,
in.
we're gonna do this and this and this, and then he's
Yeah.
like, the other guy was like, we're gonna bust the door and OC OC her. And he was like, OC her.
OC.
And then the girl was like, you know how she was kind of acting like a corporal? Like, we had officers like that were like,
100%.
You sure that's what you want to do?
Are you sure?
So,
Sternal, I agree 100%. OC is completely not necessary at this point.
But it's
Yeah,
fun.
have an arrested fucking one.
But
I'm
it's
gonna get some OC and spray one so we can
all
have
it's gonna do, if
Oh,
they would have
please do.
OC'd this lady,
I
it's
wanna
just
see the
gonna
video.
OC themselves. That's
Yep,
literally
100%.
all that's gonna happen. So,
100%.
Yeah.
but this kick is pretty legit. So,
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Ooh.
I am a fan.
Rufus, I need you, Rufus. I need you, Rufus.
Oh, she's good.
she tried to bite him.
Cass, I need to my son Cass.
I will say this, I'm down for the pink handcuffs.
Rufus, I need you.
And they're hinge cuffs.
Those are the same color.
No, they're regular cuffs, I think.
Okay, I'll go to jail.
They look like
I don't
hinge.
mind. I don't mind. Stop it.
Oh, they might be hinged.
They're hinged.
Oh, they are.
They're hinged, yeah.
Boy,
God, dude, this lady's so crazy. Poor lady.
Those cups are the same color as our logo, like the ones on our logo. That kind of like magenta pink color.
Get your hands on my pants. That is so nasty.
Yeah, this was unnecessary.
You're right.
We didn't have to do any of this.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really.
Okay.
She's so crazy.
I know. Look how she disrespects.
Shit.
Bro, he went in there without gloves? What a
Yeah.
sicko.
Yeah,
Do not kick
straight
him.
savage.
Do not kick
Her
him.
nose is bleeding from hitting this, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
My brain causes
Or the door.
So whatever.
Too.
They arrest her. They take her.
I've had a
Take
few
her-
of these.
Take her outside. Here's
the Doge.
where.
Dog. Wait, who left the dog in the car?
Here's where they lose me, or she loses me.
That's her car.
Oh, cool. The keys were on the floor. Perfect. Then you can move it out of the way. Oh, your dog.
This is your car, right? Yep.
There's a dog in there.
Yeah. Coco.
Sorry.
So she left her own dog in the car.
Fuck
hot?
her. Fuck her.
It's
Fuck her. Fuck
Elsa.
her.
Fucking.
I'm
What else
with
is it gonna be? Other than
sorry.
I'm with you, Bill.
She left
At
that
this
dog
point-
in there for 5 fucking hours.
5
Oh,
hours.
there it
I'm,
is,
I'm,
there it
I'm
is.
with you, Bill.
He's like,
Lock
OC
her
her,
away the
whatever.
I'm glad
At
her
this
nose is
point-
bleeding. I hope it's broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitch. Anyone that
So,
leaves a dog in a car deserves to die. I don't care.
So hear me out.
Yeah.
In
No.
the state of Texas.
You're not
No,
devil's advocate,
no.
no.
Hear me out.
Not Josh.
Oh, here we go.
I'm articulating the use of force here. You had a felony in progress
You're being admin.
of cruelty to an animal.
They add the charge. They say they add the charge.
That's what I'm saying.
Shout
And
out
you
to them.
cannot. And instead of endangering the dog by having to break the window, they had the exigency to not only for the criminal trespass, but to force entry and to get the keys that were inside of there so that they could get the dog.
Well, they didn't know the dog was there till after, so.
Hey, man.
Your argument
It
is
is what it is.
slightly invalid, but I'm glad that they say they're
Yeah.
going to charge her with animal
kinda
cruelty.
But
That's so
now
shitty.
they have a reason to get into the car. So
100%.
It's also illegally parked, so.
yeah,
it is.
yeah. Could be
And
towed.
it's a U-Haul truck. Like,
Yeah, I
how
was
long
gonna
has
say
she?
it's also a rented truck. So
How
I
long
don't
has she
know how
had
much-
this?
Who gave her a
But-
truck?
That's it, boys and girls. That's our last video.
So don't lock yourself in a bathroom. Don't leave your car in the dog in the car.
Unless you have dysentery, and then it's fine.
Yeah. Well, then you'd say,
But
that.
not the dog. But not the dog.
Not
Not
the
the
dog.
dog.
dog,
No,
yeah.
not the dog. No, you let your dog roam around.
So, anyways, thank you to everyone. Oh, we still have 10 on right now. Thank you for everyone who watched with us in these
Oh, yeah.
wonderful officer breakdowns. Shout out to, let me scroll here. Starnell, bro, I'm so happy to see you here. Kings Gaming from the Philippines. Reese, Brian Porter, Puffy Pigeon. Producer Juan's in here trolling. Kristen, Michael, who's currently in the chat with us here, is like in
Heyo.
the chat. And Jacob, who defended the honor of QT. Saber or Sabre Gaming.
Neighbor.
Say,
I said Saber.
Sebring
you said
Gaming.
Sabre. You,
No,
you
I said
added
Sabre.
flair to it.
I said Sabre facetiously. Boom 11. And then Puffy's back here again. Thank you to all of you that came here. If you would like to be, I guess, interject and jump into our chat periodically, you have to join us on Patreon. It's as low as $1 a month. If you'd like to see us go live, we go live twice a week. Tuesdays are our Let's Play days, and Thursdays are Officer Breakdowns. Special thanks to Bill for organizing all of this for us. We wouldn't be able to do it without that and his wonderfully sexy voice through his very sexy microphone setup.
And don't forget the sexy man cave.
Yes, and the sexy man cave.
Also right.
Try to be like you. That's why I got the paint.
Juan's getting ready.
Yep.
So special shout out to Police Post for always providing us some good content. And they weren't the majority this time. So shout out to Bill for finding other stuff. And so anyways, go ahead and go if you like our content and content that we do and stuff like that. Go check it out. We have Officer Reacts that are dropping like hotcakes now.
That's right.
We just had the Simpsons one that just dropped, and then we had Barely Legal, which is very clickbaity.
Hilarious.
Family Guy episode.
That episode, that Officer's
family
React was
friendly.
hilarious.
Yes. Puppy deserves a puppuccino
Diego.
from Starbucks.
That's right.
Yes.
So, anyways, go check out those. Thank you,
And a
Producer
new home
Juan.
for that puppy.
Yeah, thank you, Producer Juan, for putting out that stuff. I know it puts a lot of hard work into it. And
Yeah, we got another one next week. It's a follow up to the Rookie. This one is
Hell
Zombie
yeah.
Train.
Hell
There's
yeah.
some zombies on a train.
And then we will have down the pipeline, down the road. We have like 6 or 7.
No, we've got
end
way
of
more than
watch.
we've got.
Yeah.
There's so many of them
Yeah.
we still have, bro.
No, I'm just saying
We've
end
got
of
like
watch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying we got like 10 end of watch just by
Oh,
just by
damn.
itself.
Don't forget the behind the scenes either.
That's
we
true.
still have another Family Guy. We still have even more Rookie. We've still got like 4 more of the Rookie.
Don't we have some more Life with Luis or something?
We have Life Lessons with Louise.
Yeah.
I think there might be a Darman in there. Life
Oh,
Lessons with Louise.
you can forget the Darman one. That's fine.
Nah, those were great.
According to Sternal Jet, Minneapolis PD officers not being charged for the no-knock warrant that resulted in a death. I guess they were able to justify the.
Which one was that one?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Shout out to Sternal for being on the news or being on top of news. If you guys like that kind of stuff, go check it out. We have a bunch in the playlist that we already have. We've been playing Ready or Not and things of that nature. So go check out those live or Let's Plays. I timestamp some of the funny stuff that's in there, and Producer Juan tediously goes through and finds some of the highlight clips and periodic you can see it. Go check us out on Instagram. Go check us out on TikTok. I have a bunch of stupid funny skits that are on there if you guys are interested in that and like that platform.
We did some Southland Sternal.
I don't want to give out any spoilers.
Oh yeah, we have another Southland one.
There's a great clip from Ready or Not where a certain member of Only Cops fails to shoot a bad guy and allows a certain famous YouTuber.
That sounds like a North Carolina tactic.
Oh, but it wasn't.
So, anyways, you guys can go look at
all of us.
Yeah. Happened in January. Interesting. So, anyways,
look it up.
Yeah, go check out that stuff. I appreciate everyone that joined us and everybody that goes. Go check out Chris the Cop. I let him die in our live stream a few times. And so, yeah, go check him out. Go check out SWAT Theory. He's a really cool guy. We got to have a really cool conversation with him. Bill and I did a few weeks back. And then if we can convince Sternal, who's in the chat right now, to go do a YouTube, I know Chris has been advocating for that. So go check that stuff out. Go support your local animal shelters. They need your help.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
also, are you guys doing Coffee with a Cop this weekend, this Saturday?
Is that the Saturday?
Yep.
Shout out that we're doing that. Then we'll be going live on Saturday. Go check
Coffee
out
with Cops with Night Cop 35 and Chris and every other cop in the United States.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Anyways, go check us out on that. Thank you to everybody who watched. Go bug us and go join all our stuff. And thank you
Join
for
our
writing.
Patreon, buy our merch.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of sweet merch coming out. We have
Yes.
the Pikachu. Go check out it. The link should be in our link tree. Some pretty awesome merch. Producer Juan's been killing it in the merch game.
Not my pants.
Not my pants.